What's up, guys? My name is Riley,
I'm Wyatt.
I'm Tanner.
and welcome back to Chimicomics. Today we're going to be doing a read and tell on the Identity Crisis story.
It's very sad.
It is very sad.
It's awesome, but sad.
I've heard mixed things from people talking about this story. Some people love it, and some people, believe it or not, don't like it very much. But
Who are these people?
We need to.
all three
find
of
them.
us really love this story.
Oh yeah, it was
So,
great.
Yeah.
I've read it before. This is my second read through. This
Right.
is your guys' first read through, I think.
Right.
So what'd you think?
If I had to give it a ranking, it would be 5 out of 5. I loved it. I thought it was great. As far as see, what's funny is usually on the group text we talk about
Yeah.
what we're reading and stuff. You're like, if we liked it or not, kind of how we're feeling about it while we're reading it. Why just out of the blue text? That was an awesome story, or something along those lines.
First thing I said was, "Wow, this is getting really dark." Something I
Right.
missed the last 2 DC episodes
Right,
we've had
yeah.
doing Crisis. Different Crisis, not Identity Crisis. My hand is hidden by this, and I don't like that.
It's okay. But yeah,
Emphasis.
if I had to give it like a critique or anything, I would give it like a 9.5 out of 10, if anything, just because it's not perfect, but I mean it's really good.
I'm there with you.
Fair enough.
I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I guess apparently we all have different rating scales. Me and Riley's both a 10, but you started out with, I'd give it a 5 out of 5.
Well, then I was like, well,
That's
I
it.
should change it to the 10,
get it.
like you guys.
For me, there's not many comics that I can point to and say that really hit me
Yeah.
hard.
Oh, dude.
But when I read this again, I remembered why it hit me so hard the first time. It's very sad.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is it sad, but it makes you appreciate your loved ones more just reading through it. You see how everybody's struggling with their loved ones in this story, and trying to keep them safe
Right.
and all that stuff. So this is definitely one of my top favorite stories, and I would give it a 10.
Yeah. I feel like this is the Spider-Man Blue of the DC comics.
It's that
No,
kind of story.
it's definitely that kind of story, and we can go into spoilers now.
Yeah.
So
Spoiler warning.
So at the start of the story, we have Elongated Man, right? That's who he is.
Yep.
And he's doing stuff, and then his
They're on
wife gets
patrol.
killed. Right?
Yeah, like-
They're on patrol, and it's his birthday, and it's going to be his surprise party that he
It's
gets
not
every
even his
year.
birthday. Like she's doing it.
Yeah, yeah, it's way
because
before
he
his
always
birthday.
gets it.
Yeah.
And he's Elongated Man. He's one of the things he's known for is his detective skills.
Right.
He's really good at that. So his wife always comes up with these. Sue Dibney is his wife. Always comes up with these elaborate scenarios that he always figures out, but he doesn't let her know that because she puts so much effort into it for him.
Mm-hmm.
So while he's doing that,
She's murdered.
she's murdered.
And then the whole story is them trying to figure out who murdered her. They have some different options here. There's Dr. Light, who, this is the darkest
Yeah.
scene I have ever seen in DC.
Uh-huh.
She gets freaking raped.
Yeah, on
Which
the
is
Justice League satellite.
Insane on the Justice League satellite because she was bored and wanted to watch TV, and she got raped for it.
She watched the stars.
She wanted to watch the stars because nothing was on
Yeah.
TV.
It reminded me a lot of that scene from Watchmen,
Yeah,
with
The comedian?
Silk Spectre. Yeah, comedian.
comedian Silk Spectre, the original Silk Spectre.
It was a lot like this, except that one was kind of different because Dr. Light is just a freaking d-bag. in
Nothing
this
ever
story.
happened to him, did it?
No, not really.
So
Like consequence-wise.
they erased
yeah.
his mind, and that's kind of the whole
Oh,
point of
we're
the
gonna
story.
get
And I
to
feel
more
like
on
that's
Erasing
where
Minds.
I feel like that's why the Identity Crisis is the title, just because they changed this guy's whole personality after he raped her because he knew everybody's family members and he was going to come after all of them.
Yeah.
And this
Also-
like because their identities are in jeopardy.
Mhm.
You know, with this
Yeah.
guy, they had to erase his mind so that he wouldn't come after him.
But also, question, Riley, does none of these people believe in capital punishment? Like,
No.
I feel like Green Arrow would have shot an arrow right through his chest. And
See, I
Yeah.
thought he would have been
Yeah.
on Carter's side, but he
Mhm.
wasn't.
no. I was very confused.
It was some Injustice vibes.
Yeah, it was definitely. So that was weird. So then they brainwashed him and made him forget everything.
And
Then Batman came up. We learned at the end of the story, Batman came up and he knew about it too,
like,
and he got his mind wiped for it too.
Hell no! And then
Yeah, he got his mind wiped for it
God,
too.
he was angry.
He was.
Let me.
He comes at him with a batarang, like he is.
Which was great.
And just one thing, when they told me, I was like, "What's the story about we're reading?" They're like, "Oh, Riley told me," and
I gotta
one
show
of the
this
persons,
wraparound work.
yeah, they said one of the Justice League
Is
gets
that
killed.
elongated man in the middle?
Yep.
Nice. Newfound respect for elongated man.
Yeah. But anyway, Riley was telling me about what it's about, and he said, "Oh, a member of the Justice League gets killed," and I was like, "Oh, well, who is it?" I first seen, and it wasn't like a hero. It was one of the heroes' loved ones, and that like surprised me. Also, the love story of Sue and Elongated Man is also shown.
Very
like,
special.
Yeah, like Flash is running around at this like gala event, and everyone's paying attention to him. Like he's the number one hero. He's the one who gets the spotlight, and she goes to the Elongated Man.
Sorry. So here's Batman's face once he figures out what they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
erasing his mind and everything.
Very angry Batman.
Yeah, he's very angry.
But then the story goes through with them trying to figure out who exactly did it, them trying to follow different leads and everything. One of the things that I thought was really cool in the story, just as a side note, that I was really like, this is awesome, was Deathstroke.
Yes.
That Deathstroke fight scene was incredible.
Yeah, it was good.
That was awesome because
That's
it was
probably
like
the best
a
fight scene I've
Sherlock
seen.
Holmes.
It was good.
I got Sherlock Holmes
Yeah,
vibe
it
from
wasn't
it,
like that.
where he was like, oh, he's gonna go for this now, bam, bam.
Yeah, like
then it happened.
one of the greatest parts about it for me was when he goes after Green Arrow there. And
Yeah.
Green Arrow ducks under his attack, and he went getting slow. But what he did was he went over his head and sliced all the feathers on his arrows, rendering them useless,
Yep.
so he couldn't use his bow.
And then he took, was it Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern? I'm guessing?
Yes.
Yeah, Hal Jordan was the Spectre, right?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
He said Hal, I was like, I assume
Yep.
this is Hal Jordan. Don't know. Whatever. Side part. Anyways, and then it goes to Deathstroke when he's fighting all of them, but he has Kyle Rayner's hand, like in it, like he's holding his wrist, and for some reason that means he can't use his powers or something. Didn't understand that part, but I was like, you know what? Cool. And it was like
was
like
breaking his
Deathstroke.
fingers.
It was like Deathstroke is just like. It's like he doesn't know if this one will work or not, but
Yeah.
he's gonna try it anyway. So I was like, okay. I was like, well, I didn't think it'd work,
That was
but
the
you know
only
what?
gamble he took.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a cool scene. I was impressed by just how he was able to.
He legit took all of them on,
Yeah, he took all of them out
and that was awesome.
systematically.
That was
Like it was
awesome.
planned.
Like, I love Green Arrow is monologuing like what he's doing while this is happening, like in his thoughts, and he's like, first he'll take out the most strong one, and Zatanna, he takes out her ability to speak, so she can't use any spells, and then it's like,
Yeah, he like punched her in
Yeah.
the liver.
yeah.
Like okay.
Now he moves on to ranged combatants.
Yeah, that was awesome. I really liked that Flash was the one who knew about the whole scenario of them erasing his mind and everything, and they all were keeping it a secret. And Flash even goes to the levels to lie to Clark, because Clark and Batman are the ones who they're like, no, you can't lie to them because they'll F it up.
Yeah.
And then Wally just lies to him. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts?
I mean, this was also written by Brad Meltzer. He's a novelist.
Right.
He doesn't usually write comics. He's written a couple more, but
Right.
this is not usually his thing.
But so what did y'all think about who the killer ended up being?
Oh,
Did any of you see it coming? Because I didn't.
I didn't.
I
Especially,
thought they hinted at it that it was the Ray,
yeah, at the
or not
end,
the Ray, the Atom.
Yeah, I mean,
At the end of the chapter where it shows
His
the
name's Ray.
footprints, yeah,
the
It
footprints.
shows the footprints, and then it goes to him
I actually
with
just
his
turned it
wife.
off.
Those footprints,
Yeah.
chills.
So that's footprints on Sue Dibney's
brain,
brain.
yeah.
Tiny little footprints.
And then it changes over to the next scene.
Yeah,
He's
and-
with his wife, Jean, together.
And
And
they
the way
to-
his face
they
looks,
totally
he looks
kept
so dark.
hinting at it.
Yeah.
they kept hinting at it. I was like, whoa. I was like, I did not see this coming.
When I was reading, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. Then I got to that, and I was like, okay, I gotta continue. Like I had to find out.
I was like, did he just want his wife back? What is?
That's
this
what I
all
was
about?
thinking.
I
Because
was-
the way they drew his
hinted at it,
face.
but
like,
it ended up being revealed that it was his wife,
his ex-wife.
his ex-wife.
She wanted
It was
him
a lawyer,
back.
and she's
Jean.
crazy.
She's crazy because she's the one who divorced him, but she wanted him back. I
That's
mean, just ask him back, woman, you crazy thing.
Yeah, so she was crazy.
She
and
she hung herself
and they
during
asked
the fight.
Yeah,
She did.
they but then there's a splash page. It was like who benefits from this, and it shows all the heroes with
That
their
was
loved ones. I was like,
Oh, and Tim
like, okay.
Drake's dad.
Yeah.
Like-
I forgot about that. I was like, that's another great thing. You can
They make
keep
you think
mentioning
it
great
could
things.
possibly be him. Like
Yeah.
it's written to where you
Yeah.
like, oh, I want my son to stay home.
Yep.
You know, maybe this will make him stay home. Like you start thinking that, and you're like,
Yeah.
no,
Not
it
Tim
can't
Drake's
be
dad.
Tim's dad.
And then Tim's dad ends up killing
Captain
Captain
Boomerang.
Captain
yeah.
Boomerang. And
he breaks in
Boomerang
his house.
Boomerang
and
kills him,
They kill each other.
He gets a boomerang in the chest, and
and that was all set up by
Jean. She mailed
Jean's-
him a gun and a
mailed
note
him a
saying,
gun.
"Protect
That was
yourself."
also very sad.
and she thought it was gonna be just some random cheap criminal, and the guy ended up getting Boomerang because he was like, oh, this is the cheapest
Also,
you can get.
Can we talk about how Captain Boomerang just has a day with his son
Yeah.
in the park? Like that
Yeah.
was pretty sweet.
You want to hear something fun? So I read the so after this story, there's like a little behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure it's in your book.
Yeah,
too.
it
Did you
was.
read any of that, Riley?
What?
The behind the scenes stuff at the end of the book.
No.
Okay. So, anyways, the behind the scenes stuff at the end of the book. Go back to Boomerang.
Okay.
So all of these people in the story are based on celebrities,
Oh.
which is cool. Boomerang is based on Ron Jeremy, the porn star.
I see.
I want you to go back and like just I've got it on my phone just because I think it's really cool. But like he based all of these characters on real life celebrities. So the elongated man is based on Danny Kaye. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
That's elongated.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh.
Sue,
I
she's
thought
based
these-
on Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
I thought these
Mary
were
Ann.
like if they made a movie of this is who they would cast.
No,
I didn't know that's who
no.
he
The
based it
artist
off.
based the characters on that. Now, look at this. This is what got me the most. So this is Green Arrow,
Yeah.
right? Here is the guy he based it off of. Lane Staley, Alice in Chains lead singer. Gene Loring.
Wally West.
I mean, this
Brad
is
Pitt.
an old book, so this has got people from Ray
Yeah.
Palmer. The Atom was based on legendary actor Paul Newman. So there's the Atom.
Yeah.
Look, so there he is.
There's Paul Newman.
There's Paul Newman. Here's Unmasked Batman. He was based on Tom Selleck.
Oh, yeah.
Wally was.
Wally, I'm pretty sure that's Brad
Brad Pitt.
Pitt.
Yeah.
And Barry was John Hurt.
Yep. That's crazy.
See if there's any more I can recognize.
Michelle Pfeiffer was somebody.
Really?
Canary.
Canary.
Oh.
Superman was some Olympic guy. I don't know who he is. Nightwing was Johnny Depp. I thought that was cool. Look at that. So
Yeah.
there he is.
Nightwing
Yeah.
was in there for a bit.
Yeah,
like,
like
he was
right there,
talking with
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. And then
Starfire.
Starfire was Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. That makes sense.
Cast Teen Titans.
I was like, that's awesome.
But like this scene with Batman holding Tim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His dad was
And when
killed.
when it shows all of the times one of the Bat family is lost, like you see Bruce with Alfred standing up saying, "I'm sorry, Bruce," and then Bruce with Dick.
And his parents were killed.
Mhm. And then finally it shows him with Tim.
Yeah. That was really sad.
Yeah.
Throughout this book, they talk about different deaths of characters. They talk about how Barry lost Iris,
Mm-hmm.
and then
See, a lot of stuff I didn't know. I was like, oh, where Iris is
at
dead.
the
I don't know.
end, they show Iris grieving Barry. Because Iris came back and then
Yeah.
Barry died.
Oh, okay. So that's what
Several
happened.
times.
See, that confused me. And then there was stuff like husbands die. And
I was
I was like,
surprised.
who?
Yeah.
After we've done 2 episodes on the 2 Christs, I was surprised Flash didn't die.
Just
Well, this isn't a crisis.
Yeah, I know. If it's a crisis, Flash has to die.
Yeah. So Barry, I mean Wally came back since 0 hour.
Yeah.
Don't ask
Don't
me
ask
how.
me how.
I don't remember, but yeah, he's back.
back again.
Wally's back.
Back to that Deathstroke
Not
scene,
sure.
I thought it made sense because he's like, it runs on will, and if you don't
Yeah.
have any will, then it's not going to work.
Right.
So, like, when he was crushing his hand like that, Kyle Rayner doesn't really have the strongest will to begin with.
Oh,
He's
okay.
nothing like Hal.
Okay. I just assumed like will meant like intellectual will.
No, like,
It's like your
will to fight.
Right.
do stuff.
Like,
He's breaking your hand.
it's
you don't
hard
have
to
a will.
explain.
See, like I didn't know. I don't really know Green Lantern that well, so I was like, okay.
No, I mean, Kyle is like an artist,
Right.
and he's not. He doesn't have the strongest will.
Right.
Definitely. I would say maybe Guy Gardner or maybe John Stewart would be with the second most
Mm-hmm.
under Hal, but Hal is leagues above all of them, even Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That was
Where
cool.
where is Batman on the scale though? Is he above Kyle and Guy?
I mean, I would think so.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Oh, wasn't there a part where it was Aquaman and Martian Manhunter, and they were talking about their
Their
daughter
lost
and
children,
son?
Yeah.
That was cool. I liked that.
Mhm.
I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Aquaman had a kid.
When did he have a kid?
I don't remember.
Because I didn't know that.
Well, Aqualad, isn't he?
I didn't think that was his kid.
Black
though.
Manta's
Yeah, he's Black Manta's
Yeah.
son.
Yeah, but
I
Aqualad
said
was
that a
his
while
actual
ago,
son.
and you said I don't know why. I
When
don't
Well, we
did
don't
you
know.
say that.
A couple weeks ago, I was talking about Young Justice.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
More than likely. But yeah, I was like, that's cool. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know the Martian Manhunter's daughter died either. It's like, that's
Yeah,
cool.
when this whole planet was eradicated.
Oh, I thought she was still around though because of Young Justice.
She is for that. I don't know. I think they brought her.
Is that
just for
really
that.
his daughter?
Yeah,
I thought
McGann.
so.
I don't know then.
I don't either. But also,
Because I always
Ooh.
thought that all the people on Mars were killed, and that he was the only survivor, and he like held his children. And,
if we got any Martian Manhunter fans out there, please update us on the status of Martian Manhunter and his children, and also the other Martians.
Get a comment from Martian Manhunter 123.
Yeah.
Well, you see, when Martian Manhunter went off the planet.
We just made one person watching this video sad.
No, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed this, because I think it's a really good story.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
It's definitely one of the highlights of the DC universe. It's got good art by Rags Morales. What's his name? Michael Turner does all the covers.
He does a real good job.
Yeah. It's not like realistic by any means, but it looks pretty cool. Yeah. It's definitely more modern. This came out in like 2004, 2005.
Right.
glad for
Yeah, it's quite a bit after what me and Wyatt have been reviewing.
Oh, yeah, the art was
we,
really good,
what
too.
we went
Yeah.
through.
This reads a lot quicker
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
than the older comics. But I thought it flowed pretty well.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
it was written very well. It made you second guess a lot of
Because
assumptions.
they
you
moved
made.
the blame around. Like, first
Yeah.
it's Dr. Odd, then because of the knot he tied with Jean, they thought it was slip knot.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the dang Suicide Squad
Yeah,
movie.
how he
I was
just
like, oh,
gets
great.
killed.
Slipknot.
Yeah. Just automatically. It's all a mind game, dude.
I was like,
Come
all
on, we'll
right.
escape.
Some kind of suicide
I was
squad.
like, all right.
Smack slips.
Anyway, but we thank you for joining us today. Let us know what you think in the comments. What do you think about this story, and how sad were you when Sue Dibney passed? Because I was pretty sad.
That was a 10 on the 1 to 10 sad scale.
We're doing a sad scale.
I was only sad at like the rape part.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
god. I was like, what am I reading?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Then I was sad.
I was angry at that part.
Me too.
But yeah.
Oh, we didn't even say though. Remember what Sue's birthday present to
Oh,
elongated
she's
man
pregnant.
Yeah, she was pregnant.
Oh yeah, I forgot that part
Yeah.
too.
Well, completely
I'm-
forgot about
What if it
that.
was Dr. Lights?
Dude.
Dude,
Just
don't,
kidding.
Just
don't
kidding.
say that, man. I thought of that when I read it, and now you're bringing that thought.
No, that
up.
was years ago.
Yeah, I
I
thought
know,
of
I'm
that
just
video.
saying.
God. Anyway, we'll see you guys
Tanner.
on the next one.
My bad.